All right, I'm the Flat Rate Master, and today we're talking about CYA. CYA, cover your rear end. We got to do it. Customers trying to get extra out of you. You know, ever since you got to cover your butt. Even to the boss, service riders, all that stuff. You got to cover your rear end. Well, how do you cover it? Document everything. Not talking, the tire tread is 8/32 on the left front and 7/32. I'm talking about covering your butt on stuff that can potentially bring a customer back screaming at somebody because it didn't do that before, even though it did. What I mean by that is, let's say you get a car in for a brake job. You pull it in, you write it up for brakes, but you know that customer's not going to buy anything, so you do nothing but the brakes. Well, they come back in an hour later after you finished it going, ever since you did my brakes, my ABS light's on. Or my check engine light's on. Or my TPMS light's on. Document all those things. It takes very little time to write in a RO or in a computer system like we use here. TPMS light is on, tire set to factory pressures. Just covers your butt. When it came in, it had TPMS light on. Flashing TPMS light, check engine light was on, ABS light was on, traction control light was on, whatever. Cover your butt. Let's say you go test drive it. It's there for a check engine light, it's got a misfire. But you go over a bump and you can hear the rear struts going dun 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 dun. Write it down. You want to give that customer no way they can come back on you for anything. Even if you don't write it up for those struts that are bad, note it. Note it in the ticket. Even if the service writer doesn't copy it over, it's on the original paperwork. Hopefully it'll still be there when you need it, but hopefully your service writer actually copies it over. Been in both places, so I feel for you if the service writer doesn't copy stuff over. I had to go through about 3 months worth of paperwork to prove I was right on something. I was, by the way. Cover your butt. Car comes in with bald tires. Takes how long? 3 seconds to write. Front tires are at 0-30 seconds. Need to be replaced ASAP. You covered your butt. Liability aside, lawsuit comes, it ain't going to be on you because you wrote it down. That's the big thing. In this society, it's everybody else's fault. So we got to make sure it ain't our fault. We wrote it down. Write it down. One of the things I do a lot of times when I turn in a ticket, I will put it in the system as far as a notation. Going over bumps, struts make noise, popping CV axles, whatever, cover my butt. I will also tell the service writer. Not just put it in the ticket. Remember, our system is completely electronic. We do not have paper ROs. So I will physically go up there when I drop off the keys and go, by the way, this car has this problem. I put it in the ticket. Today is a good example. I had a customer come in with a misfire, no big deal. They were not into buying anything else, so they got nothing else. One of the things I did when I dropped off the keys is I'm going, just an FYI, this car's on empty. Keep us from getting in trouble. Cover your butt. I cannot stress that enough. The better you cover your butt, the less stress you're going to have. Because, let's say you go test drive a car and the CV axles are clicking like heck, but it wasn't there for that, and the service writer wasn't having none of that stuff on as far as selling the CV axles. So you note it in the ticket, turn it in. 2 days later, the customer comes back, oh man, my CV axle started clicking after you did the rear brakes. No, they didn't. I wrote it up for them. You got to cover your butt in this business. Not being ugly, but you got to cover you first. Hope you found this video informative. Nothing else, a good little warning to, cover your butt. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, subscribe. Make sure and hit that bell notification to get notified when I put out a new video. If you didn't like the video, give me a thumbs down. Comments are always appreciated, and as always, thanks for watching. I am the Flat Rate Master.